the film that these guys are promoting is all about life on the street and the trials and tribulations and what goes on and what these people are subjected to on a day-to-day basis. It's called Time Out of Mind. There's a screening coming up on September 25th, and that'll be at the Landmark Ritz East. We want to welcome to our studios Mr. Richard Gere and director Oren Moverman.
Yeah.
Hello. Preston,
Welcome to
Steve. I'm looking at the names around here. Kathy, Nick, Steve, and Preston, and Casey.
Yes, you got them all.
Got to get them all in
It's a
there.
master stroke to put the names on. Your performance, a massive kudos. It's actually Entertainment Weekly's one of the top 10 picks for this week. We've been around people like this, and we do a huge food drive every year.
That's
for Phil
That's
Abundance.
great.
But there's something that the movie creates through in the first half hour where you're never quite the center. You're seen in reflections. You're like almost not there, you know, and that is obviously on purpose. But the performance is so there that it resonates. I'm like, and you feel uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable watching this guy.
I think the way people usually tell stories, especially in movies, is that you give the backstory, you give the facts of who someone is, and you just kind of relax and you go, well, I understand.
And that's what caught me, because there are things that you think about and I liken it to when I've been out of work, and I'm sorry to
Steve, you are really good. I mean, I'm enjoying this because, first of all, your mind is really quick and you're getting this movie.
And I'm being rude to Kathy here. I apologize.
Okay.
but I describe it. When I was out of work for a while with my wife, and obviously I had resource, much more resource than you have in this movie. I remember being in a Boston market on the middle of the afternoon looking for work, and it was empty. I was the only one in there eating. I had my notes and my things and my little Sheilas, that I'm like, is this working? Is this happening? And I always describe it as the Boston market of despair, because that moment, that epiphany profoundly shifted my life from there on in. And here your character is, where am I going to sit for 2 hours? Where am I? Is this my bench for tonight?
Yeah.
Those little subtle decisions that we don't even entertain become the focus of your character's day-to-day travail.
Well, I think one of the things of setting it in New York, and this is very much a New York story, if you ask what the narrative is based on the reality of New York City and the laws of New York City, and it's a right to shelter state. It's the only one in the country. And I have yet to find one in the world, and maybe the only place in the world that is a right to shelter. By law, you have to be given a bed, but it's warehousing is what happens. It's not really taking care of anyone. You're warehoused for the night and then rousted out in the morning.
Movies try to do it sometimes, and it's like playing drunk. You have to be just right on, or it becomes parody.
Right. Yeah.
So how did you as a director hit the right tone?
With respect, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you walk around New York City and there's so many homeless people, and this is a movie about a character you wouldn't notice in your life. As Richard said, we're all in a hurry. But one of the ways we did it is we were hiding from Richard. Okay. We hid the camera.
Really?
The camera was not visible to anyone.
Sometimes I didn't know where the camera was.
So that when people are walking by you and
Those are
ignoring
real
you,
people.
those are real
That's
people
real New
unaware.
York. They don't know they're being
That's
shot.
guerrilla filming.
That is guerrilla filming.
That's illegal, isn't it? I mean,
I'm glad you asked. It is not.
okay.
Because what we did, see, New York now is a TV town. There's tons of shooting. So people are ignoring crews anyway, but they're just so used to it and sick of it. But we also, what you do is you put a sandwich board on the street that basically spells out, if you're walking past this line, you agree to be in a movie.
But we put it about a mile and a half away.
Just to hedge your bets.
I'm sure there are lawyers listening to this. So and then basically we took the footprint away of the camera, because if we put Richard Gere on the street with a camera pointed at him and you saw the camera,
you're going to know.
You're going to know.
And
our
so they're in
blown.
storefronts, they're on top of buildings, they're in apartments across the street. And men at work tents, and some points the camera was in there. No one ever saw the footprint of the filmmaking. So it created, for me as an actor, an incredible freedom.
It reads real. I mean, it reads as real as you can imagine.
It also becomes a social experiment. And you put Richard Gere in clothing of a homeless man in the city that he would be recognized, within seconds.
Yeah.
But you take away the persona then we're all the same.
All right, so a reminder that
Time Out of Mind. Time Out of Mind.
Yeah,
Time Out of Mind.
It will open on September 25th, and locally you'll be able to see it at the Ritz East. So very powerful film.
It is. And you let it, live with it, and you'll be rewarded for your time.
Richard Gere, pleasure to meet you. Thanks
you.
for coming by this morning, Oren. Thank you so much, and best of luck. We appreciate it.
Thanks
All right,
so
take care, guys.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back in just a second. Make sure you stay with us.